Hi, sales team. I am recording you a quick video on how to use some of the new functionality with 2017.4. This is specific to how you guys book SEs today, just making it easier to find an available SE, and then also being able to send out meeting invites from tickets. Hooray! So hopefully some of you are very excited. So we're starting in the dispatch portal, which all of you should be using today. And I started with the view that I think a lot of you actually use. So in here, you have it by all of the SEs, and a lot of you I noticed use the weekly view, which I just think is quite a bit to look at, but if that's how you work, that's fine. We added this quick navigation at the top, so you can easily, instead of having to look through every single resource every single time, if you know which resources you need to book, you might want to come in here. And maybe I have a manage demo, so I don't need to look at some of the sell or automate resources. I want to focus on the manage SEs that I can book. So in here, I might want to look for Ashley, Houston, and Sam. And you'll notice it took that long list to scroll through and just brought those three as I'm looking for a demo. I personally also think it's easier if you guys look at the day view to make it just a little bit less difficult to actually understand what is already on their calendar, where they have spaces, what you can book. So in here, we can see that Ashley and Houston are pretty much slammed for tomorrow, but we have Sam who is available. So he's going to be the resource that I want to book. So I can come in here, take his calendar, right-click on that. So all I did was click on a spot, drag it down. So click and drag, right-click, start a new ticket, and I can easily start my net new ticket. So actually creating the ticket's not going to be any different for you guys. So you come in here, you start the ticket, you fill out the details. So in here, filling out the 3 to 5 pain points, because you know how important that is for us to make sure we're doing the best demo we possibly can. So getting that in the notes, making sure you're booking our sales support board. And then, of course, categorizing it. What kind of demo is it? Is it Q&A? Is it for manage, automate, sell? So we can see that in here. So when you first book this, that's all you'll do. You'll still have the resource. You'll hit save. Once you save, everything shows up in the ticket, and then you can actually send out the meeting invite. So you don't need to send an email there. Where you will want to send it is with that meeting invite. So here's the first thing. For some of you, you have not moved these pods around. If you haven't, I would encourage that you take that resources pod wherever it lives, move it towards the top. It doesn't have to be the top one, but again, just to make your life easier. You'll see it says resources and meetings now, so that's something where I hit this plus sign now. Not only can I put a resource like you've always done, but you can hit meetings. So the first thing you'll do is put a meeting name, and that's the subject line that's going to send to the prospect. So I might put manage demonstration in there. The external contact is going to be the contact on the ticket, but you can also include any other contacts in case there's more than one person joining. That's going to be sent that meeting invite. And then the internal resources, since I'm the one starting the meeting, it's putting me by default. So me taking on the hat of the RSM, it's going to put you on there. And now you need to make sure that you're putting the SE that you want to book. So I'm going to put Sam in there. I'm booking it for 10 a.m. as I mentioned. I'll have it for 1 hour. So I'm going to get that on there. If everything looks good from there, we're going to hit prepare invite. And from that, it's going to pop open the box. So the first part is very similar to what you see today. It's going to send that email to the internal resources that they've been assigned. The second part is that meeting invite. So we can send a message in here like, hi, prospect, please go to thisconnectwise.com/meet Sam at the time of the demo. Thanks. And instead of just having to type your information in there, it is something where you can include your signature because it is rich text. And that's going to be something that you won't be able to just take an email and copy and paste this. That's not going to work. But it is something that if you go into your C drive, your C folder, and go under users and then your username, app data, roaming, Microsoft, and then signatures, you can grab a signature. So I was going to use the master brand. I can double click on that. That opens up a browser with my signature where I can copy. So copy just the full copy. Don't copy image. Hit copy. And then when you come back in here, it includes that full signature. So it makes it really easy for you. And instead of you having to go to that C folder every single time, I encourage you to just send yourself an email with that in there. So they have that file in there, and then that's something you can always access. Maybe put it in a folder that says meeting invites just to make it really simple. And then come in here, you can hit send, and now that email is going out. So you'll notice right away it'll say to accepted. That's because the 2 internal resources automatically get accepted to it as internal people on the ticket. So that's automatically set. And you'll also get a notification that you've been assigned to that ticket. On the calendar, you're going to notice a new color. It's going to be pink. Pink is going to be the ones that have the meeting invite. So your tickets are still blue, but if it has a meeting invite with it, that's going to be pink, and you'll notice it has a lock. So you can't drag and drop meeting invites if you need to move it around. It is something that you need to go back into the ticket and adjust that time from there. For your prospect, they're going to get an email, and they're going to see that they have that managed demonstration. So they're going to see that in there, and they can come in, and if they hit maybe, that's going to update the meeting invite to tentative. So if we come in here, go back into that ticket, we're going to see a block that says tentative. We'll have a 1 there, and what's happening is their response is going into the body of this ticket and letting us know that they've accepted it, or that it's a tentative acceptance in this case. All right. At the same time, you can get notified that the prospect has replied, and so you can see that this has replied maybe. I have 1 next to tentative, and then I can get an email to my Outlook letting me know, hey, the prospect replied with this. So it has that nice closed loop functionality. If we go back and we actually hit yes, same thing, it'll go through and it'll update the closed loop with the response letting us know, and it'll change that to accepted. Now, it was brought up as a question, if they decline it or they suggest a new time, the response will go in as an email connector, so you can get an email response letting them know they've requested a new time, but it will not affect the schedule entry. In order to affect what's on the calendar, you will come in here to make those changes. So just in case you were curious about that. So if we refresh, we should see all 3 accepted now, and we have that information in there. All right, so hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully this was pretty straightforward. I will be sending out an email with some instructions that go along with this video, so please read that, and hopefully this makes everything easier. Thank you.